Hey guys, it's hashbrownforever here, and welcome back to part 2 of my Civilization 5 Gods and Kings expansion pack review. As you can notice, this is 1802 AD, which means the time in the industrial era. Just to clarify that, I'll open the technology tree, and here you can see for yourself, yep, industrialization. There we go people, not far from getting trains and that. I decided to skip because one of the things I realised was that if I did a commentary all the way through up to this point, it would just be dragging it out way too much. So I might as well skip a bit, and then I've got more to talk about. So basically, one of the first things you can notice is that I've got here a lovely polder. Well, the polder is a tile improvement which is unique to the Dutch. And basically what it does, as you can see by the apple and that, it increases your food output of that tile and gold output, and this can only be built on marsh tiles, which is pretty awesome. That's one of the Dutch things. Another thing that's special to the Dutch are these lovely ships here, of which is a Dutch sea beggar. Now you may or may not see, due to resolution you're playing this video on, that flag at the back of the ship is the Jolly... yeah, is it Jolly Roger? Yeah, I think it is. But that's the pirate logo of the skull and crossbones. And these ships are special because not only have they taken on one of the new traits which have been introduced in Civilization 5, Gods and Kings, which is having melee ships, but when you attack stuff, you also gain gold from it, yeah, which is pretty awesome. As you can see, I've taken Jerusalem here, which is something that's changed compared to part 1, and because these are melee ships, that meant that I could actually take Jerusalem with ships and without any land units at all, which I actually think is a great improvement because not everyone wants to have land units. I've got another city thing here. And yes, these buildings, trading posts, have updated along with the city, and it's the same with all these other buildings and tile improvements. Another change that has occurred through the course of time from part 1 is that I've actually got my own religion now. As you can see, is Buddhism. Now if I open a religion overview, you can see that I've got specific traits for this religion. Now when you start your religion, you have to choose a founder trait and a follower trait. Now, one thing to take into account is that it has to be unique. So, if a religion that's been founded before yours has already got one of these traits, let's say this one, that means I can't have it, and vice versa. Now, you don't get all 4 traits initially. You obviously have the first one, which is Pantheon, which I showed you in part 1. It's a very basic belief. Then you choose founder and follower to form the religion, and on forming the religion you choose a sign if you like. So in my case it is the Buddhism sign. You can change the name of your religion. I just decided to keep mine Buddhism, and then you obviously choose your specialities. Just to let you guys know, different religions don't have any effect whatsoever on the stats because you basically make your own religion from scratch. They have exactly the same options that you can choose from, so it is literally just choosing like a logo that looks awesome. The other 2 traits have to be formed by using a religious great person or a great prophet, and you have to expend that unit in order to do that. And then you get the option to choose yet another follower trait and an enhancer trait. Now enhancer traits tend to be more powerful, so in my case religion spreads 34% faster and 68% faster with printing press, which is a really good thing. It means you have to spend less time spending profits to preach here and here. One thing I've also done is I've actually put Buddhism in Siam cities, and the way I did that was I purchased, must have been a prophet or a missionary, yeah, I think it was a missionary, and basically I think you've got 2 almost like tokens, and you can only do this ability twice, but I sent them to Sukhothai and Sisachanale, and I expended the 2 abilities, and basically I've turned most of their population into Buddhist. Now, one of my traits means that for every 5 people who are in foreign territory who believe in Buddhists, add 1 to my happiness, which is why I did that. There'd actually be no point in me doing that in my own territory because it doesn't benefit me in any way. Another thing I'm going to show you is more of a development on the espionage overview. Now, I did not know in part 1 whether you had to create agents or whether they just appeared over time, and yeah, they do appear over time. My guess is that if you start all the way from ancient times, you're going to get more agents by this time, but because I started in Renaissance, I've obviously only got 2. And then you know, when you discover more places, you've got a better chance of stealing technology, etc. And as you can see, one of my agents is Martin, which is a lovely name. Another thing that I'd like to point out is that there are more luxury resources to be harvested. So you've got truffles and copper, which are examples. I'll show you some copper, which is down here. And I do have truffles here, but obviously my city's on it, and basically truffles is depicted by 3 pigs digging up dirt. And another thing I'd like to show you is the Ethiopian leader, Haile Selassie. Well, this is rather nice. Seems quite intimidating for a character, I must say myself. I've already got the embassy thing, so there's nothing I can do. I'm gonna... Whoa. He's definitely not a nice guy. Hate him already. Well, that's it, folks. That's part 2 for you. See you in part 3.